Most people think the only way to get out of debt is to try to pay a little more every month and hope for the best. That's exactly why they stay stuck for years. In this video, I'm going to show you the two proven strategies that real financial planners use to destroy debt: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. By the end, you'll know exactly which method fits you and how to start today without earning more money or working extra hours. If you're serious about getting out of debt faster and paying less interest, stay with me, because this can literally save you years of payments and thousands of dollars in interest. Welcome back to Golden Education. Here, we turn complex money topics into clear, practical strategies you can actually use. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next finance lessons. The real problem with debt. Debt is not just numbers in an app, it's that message you ignore from your bank. It's the stress when your phone rings and you're afraid it's a collector. It's the feeling that no matter how hard you work, you're not moving forward. The good news is, you don't need a perfect life to get out of debt. You need a system. Debt payoff strategies are systems that tell you step by step which debt to attack first and how to use every extra dollar to make maximum impact. Get total clarity. Take a sheet of paper, a notes app, or a simple spreadsheet and list every single debt you have. Credit cards, personal loans, store cards, car loans, student loans, everything. For each debt, write the name of the lender, the current balance, the minimum monthly payment, the interest rate, and the due date. Don't guess. Open your banking app, your credit card statements, your loan contracts. This list is your starting point. Now add up all the minimum payments. That total is the amount you must pay every month just to stay current and avoid late fees or damage to your credit score. Next, look at your budget and find your realistic extra. Once your essentials are covered, housing, food, transport, basics, how much extra can you put toward debt every month? Even if it's only $50 or $100, that is the money we're going to direct with a clear strategy. The common foundation of both methods. Here's the foundation that both the snowball and the avalanche share. You always pay at least the minimum payment on every single debt. You choose one target debt and you send all the extra money to that target every month until it's gone. When that target debt is paid off, you don't relax and spend the freed money. You take the old payment plus your extra and roll it over to the next debt. Every time you kill one balance, your attack amount on the next one gets bigger, like a snowball rolling down a hill. The real question is not, should I pay more? But, in what order do I attack my debts? That is where the debt snowball and the debt avalanche are different. Debt snowball method. With the debt snowball method, you ignore the interest rate. You focus only on the size of the balance. Step 1. From your list, sort all your debts from the smallest balance to the largest balance, no matter what the interest rate is. Step 2. Pay the minimum payment on every single debt. Never skip a minimum. That will hurt your credit score and add fees. Step 3. Take every extra dollar from your budget and throw it at the smallest debt on the list. That one becomes your full focus until it's completely paid off. Step 4. When that smallest debt is gone, you take the money you were paying there, its minimum plus your extra, and roll it onto the next smallest balance. Your total monthly payment toward debt stays the same, but it becomes more and more concentrated on fewer accounts. Step 5. Repeat this process until all the debts are gone. People love this method because it gives quick wins. You see a whole account disappear fast, sometimes in a few months, which creates a strong feeling of progress and control. The downside is that you might pay more in total interest over the life of your debt compared with the avalanche method because you're not prioritizing interest rates. The snowball is emotionally optimized. It's ideal if you say, if I don't see progress quickly, I'll give up. Debt avalanche method. With the debt avalanche method, your focus is not on emotion, it's on math. The goal is to pay the least interest possible and get out of debt in the shortest time on paper. Step 1. From your list, sort all your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate, ignoring the balance size. Step 2. Pay at least the minimum on every debt, just like before. Step 3. Take all your extra money and send it to the debt with the highest interest rate, even if that balance is large and intimidating. Step 4. Once that highest interest debt is paid off, you roll everything you were paying on it to the next highest interest rate debt. Step 5. Continue until every debt is paid off. Experts recommend this strategy because by attacking the most expensive debt first, you usually save more on interest overall and often finish your total payoff sooner. The downside is psychological. Your first target might be a big balance with a high rate, so it can take a long time before you see a whole account disappear, and some people lose motivation without those quick wins. The Avalanche is mathematically optimized. It's for people who say, I care about what saves me the most money, even if I don't get fast emotional victories. Which strategy is actually better? On paper, in pure math, the Avalanche usually wins. It tends to save more interest and can finish sooner overall, especially when there are big gaps between your interest rates. But in real life, the best method is the one you can stick to until the end. Many analyses point out that the snowball has a psychological advantage. People see progress quickly, feel good, and are more likely to stay consistent. If you're disciplined, patient, and motivated by numbers, choose the Avalanche. If you're more emotional, easily discouraged, or you need quick wins to stay engaged, choose the snowball. Dollar example, you can visualize. Let's make this concrete with a simple example. Imagine you have 3 debts. A credit card with a $2,000 balance at 24% interest. A store card with a $1,000 balance at 20% interest. A personal loan with a $5,000 balance at 10% interest. Your minimum payments are $75 on the credit card, $40 on the store card, and $120 on the personal loan for a total of $235. You find an extra $165 in your budget, so you can pay $400 per month toward debt. With both methods, you always pay the minimums on everything. The difference is where that extra $165 goes. With the snowball, the first target is the smallest balance, the $1,000 store card. You attack that until it's gone, then roll that payment onto the next smallest debt, the $2,000 credit card. With the Avalanche, you look at interest rates. The highest rate is the 24% credit card, so that's your first target, even though its balance is bigger. In both cases, you're paying $400 total each month, but the order of attack is different. Over time, the Avalanche usually saves more interest, but the snowball often gives a faster psychological win by killing one whole account earlier. Other tools you might hear about. On top of snowball and Avalanche, there are other tools. Debt consolidation, taking one new loan to pay off several debts so you have a single payment, ideally at a lower interest rate. This can help if the new rate is truly lower and you don't start using the old credit cards again. Negotiating with creditors. Sometimes you can call and ask for a lower interest rate, a payment plan, or to waive late fees. If they accept, always get the agreement in writing. Debt settlement companies. They promise to reduce your balances by negotiating lump sum payments, but they often come with high fees and potential credit damage, so they're usually a last resort option. For most people, a realistic budget plus a consistent snowball or avalanche plan is enough to get out of debt. How to stay out of debt? Paying off debt without changing the system that created it is like drying the floor while the tap is still running. To avoid falling back into debt, you need a few defenses. First, build an emergency fund, even a small one. Having $500, $1,000, then eventually 3 to 6 months of essential expenses saved means one surprise bill doesn't send you straight back to credit cards. Second, track your spending and avoid taking new debt while you're paying off old debt. Many people pay off one card while quietly using another. That's running in place. Third, make sure you're properly insured, health, car, and other key areas, so that one crisis doesn't wipe out your progress. Final recap and call to action. Debt Snowball. List your debts from smallest balance to largest, pay the minimums on all, and throw every extra dollar at the smallest debt first. You get quick wins and strong motivation, but may pay more interest overall. Debt Avalanche. List your debts from highest interest rate to lowest, pay the minimums on all, and throw every extra dollar at the highest rate debt first. You usually save more interest and finish faster on paper, but the first win can take longer. On paper, Avalanche often wins. In real life, the best strategy is the one you'll actually finish. A perfect plan you abandon is worse than a good plan you complete. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one method, snowball or avalanche, and commit to it for at least 6 months. 6 months of focused, intentional debt payoff can completely change your trajectory. If you want, in a future video, I can show you live examples in a spreadsheet with timelines and total interest for both methods so you can see exactly how many months and how many dollars each strategy could save in your situation. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to Golden Education, and in the comments tell me, are you Team Snowball or Team Avalanche, and why? Thanks for watching. Remember, every payment you make with a plan is not just paying for your past, it's buying your future freedom.